welcome in. My name is Karen. This is sorry, I've got a fire hazard here. This is Lost Souls Tarot. Welcome in. It is absolutely miserable outside today. I've been outside with my raincoat on, it's soaked through, and I've done my 10,000 steps already. So yesterday it was beautiful blue skies, but today I would say pull up a chair and get cozy by the fire because I'm not going out again today, I don't think. I hope it's nicer weather where you are. Right, we'll get straight into it then. So I'm going to start with the Wild Unknown Archetypes. Oops, I'm going to take 3. I'm going to need the book for these because some of them I've never seen before. And some of them I get all the time. So let's see where we're going to go today. What kind of journey are we going on today? Okay, I've stacked my cards a bit precariously there. I have got so many decks, and this little desk is so small that they're all kept up on shelves, so I stack them away after every reading and then I pull different ones out. So sometimes I'm lazy and I don't pull them out before I start the reading. Right, there we go. We've got the I thought I said the prayer side on, so going probably from the upright, the reverse to the upright. Okay, getting a bit of a Hail Mary feel to this one. It's on its side. With circular cards, if they're between the upright and the reverse, and they have a good meaning in the upright, I usually take it as if as a sign of growth from going to the reverse into the upright. Unless it's a negative card, and then I take it the other way around. But because most of these readings are about personal, they tend to be coming out about personal growth. So, we've got the Eternal Child on its side as well. So potentially got some inner child healing here, but I've never had that. 2 cards I've never heard before out of this deck. I think it's 140 odd. I can't remember how many's in this deck. There's quite a few. One more, please. There we go. And the Flame. Could be Twin Flame. Maybe not. Let's see. Maybe it's just about your inner fire. That's in the upright. So that's good. Okay. Right, let's have a read it and see where we're going on our journey today. Going to need the old... Oh, God. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Feel free to fast forward it where I'm cleaning my rather minging glasses. Yeah, okay. That's going to need like a proper clean. Oh, God. Sorry, just getting a bit of sage there. Right, the prayer. That's 65. Let's have a wee look. Right, so in the reverse, expecting results and self-aggrandizement. So a little bit of entitlement there and kind of a bit of ego coming in. And when like offering to be of service, asking for guidance. The worship, the reverence, the homage in the upright. When we are in a state of prayer and when we are not, to whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us towards illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Yeah, so in the reverse I'm getting a lot of ego, a lot of self-entitlement, aggrandizement, and in the upright it's a bit more about kind of having faith and kind of moving from beyond our ego. Yeah. Okay. So we've got someone who's been maybe a bit egotistical in the past. Learning just to have faith, maybe faith in yourself, faith in whatever your path is. Okay, at 4, the Eternal Child. Never had this one before. I've had the others around it. The inner child, the child of joy in the upright, not surprisingly. The Eternal Child is connected to the timeless, ageless and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless and seeks joy above all else at any cost. And then in the dark, addicted, selfish, adrift, burns out. So this is somebody who's... This is about someone who's going from possibly being in a wounded state where you're operating out of ego, and we all have ego, and maybe healing your inner child. And these are side on, so you know they're going from the reverse to the upright, which is fantastic. And then we've got the flame, which is kind of leading us out of this journey, which is 51. The fire, the spark, the glimmer. Okay, so there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel in terms of this inner growth. Health, mental clarity, good digestion. Well, we always want good digestion. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw this flame as the center of the abdomen, so yeah, the fire in your belly, and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. When it is lit, we're connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It's said for those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. Right, okay, fantastic. So, letting go of ego, or possibly going through an ego death, and healing your inner child is going to lead, if it hasn't already, to you relighting your inner spark, and you finding that passion for life and the joy in the simple things, and just feeding your inner child and whatever brings you joy. That's fantastic. So we've got some inner child healing here. Wonderful. Right, I'm just going to take a wee sip of my tea. I think I'll take one from the happy deck. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's more than one. That's a lot. That's far too many. Okay, let's go for this again. That one. Ooh, love at first sight. I created these cards so long ago that I forget what I've written. Love at first sight. Okay, that was unexpected. Okay, right, I'm a bit stumped, floored by that one. Okay, I was not expecting that to come out. Right, let's have a go. Let's start with the Oracle of Shadows and Light. I might need the book for some of these cards. I've got quite complex meanings. Okay. Angel of Alchemy. Miracle. Okay. Well, if I've got someone who's potentially wants to let their inner spark, going through a situation of love at first sight, then yeah, that it can be a bit of a miracle. It can seem a little too good to be true. Angel de los Muertos, transitions to the spirit realm. Okay. Okay, both these girls in these cards have women, caricatures, drawings, have wings. Both angels. In the sense that your spirit team's looking over you here, which is really good. You've got a lot of spiritual protection. Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue and drama. Ooh, that's coming out in the centre of the reading. Glamour, intrigue and drama. Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch, count your blessings, okay. So that was just a little bit of sage ash there. Eclipse Mermaid, a powerful energy shift. Okay. Right. Okay, this love at first sight card has kind of thrown me a little bit. Let's go with the Urban Crow Oracle. Right, tell me about this miracle? Is this the love at first sight, or is this healing the inner child? Or both? That's two. No, I won't want one. Oops, no, that's more than one as well. Yes, it's more than one. Okay, let's try again. That one. Mimicry. Okay, there's a German Shepherd kind of, oh sorry, yeah, German Shepherd kind of looking at a crow. Kind of snowy, cold. Mimicry. Sorry guys, I'm not going to get a very good feeling about this love at first sight, which is why I'm just trying to interpret these cards. Because we've got glamour, intrigue and drama coming out in the middle, and drama is, that's, I'm going to take this one anyway, I'm going to put others back. Night. Okay, Angel de los Muertos, transitions to the spirit realm. Okay, we've got night here, got a whole bunch of crows. I assume sleeping in the trees, or whatever crows do at night. And transitions to the spirit realm. Someone has been through a dark night of the soul. It might be due to this love. I can't get the energy if this love at first sight comes afterwards, or it came as part of this growth, and this is after, or it might be what kicked off this kind of ego death, and this finding your inner child and your inner love and reigniting your flame. Because the love at first sight would feel like a miracle, but we've got mimicry here, which is giving me the energy of someone mirroring you. So just in the nicest possible way, just nod along and agreeing to hook you in. And then we've got night here on top of Angel de los Muertos, which is transitions to the spirit realm, which is giving me a real dark night of the soul energy from that one. So I feel like someone was possibly hit hard here. But the thing is these things are A, a test, and B, you know, can cause such deep personal growth and teach us a lot about ourselves. Displacement, and that's coming out on top of, I'm going to do this one as well. Glamour, intrigue and drama, the Marie Masquerade card. It's possible with this person, with this love at first sight, things might have escalated, that's not the right word. Progressed very, very quickly, because this displacement is giving me that someone had to move out, or someone got kicked out, or, you know, maybe you even moved for this person. And then I've got communication, count your blessings, a ghost of the pumpkin patch. Communication. Okay, I need one more. I've got really heavy energy. This love at first sight does not feel good. It feels like it was possibly and then distance, a powerful energy shift. Okay, whoever this, I think this love at first sight person is someone you've had to distance yourself from. Especially through, I get the feeling that it felt amazing at the beginning. And I get the feeling that it felt like a miracle, but this person was just mirroring you. And then it came with a very hard crash when this person either reverted to their normal self or their mask slipped. Especially because we've got Marie Masquerade here. That is like, you know, someone made in a mask. She's holding a mask in her hand, but she's pulled it down. And we've got glamour, intrigue and drama. So this person might have seemed very glamorous, might use glamour magic. And maybe they were always a bit mysterious. But the minute the mask came down, you just felt completely disjointed by the whole thing. And this person already, whatever, I'm not going to say this person, whatever happened and the emotional upheaval you had from it put you through a dark night in the soul. But this Count Your Blessings card is telling me that you instead of going into the pits of despair, and you quite could very well have been in the pits of despair, you still saw it as a lesson, and you still saw it as something you could recover from. It wasn't something that, you might have had 10 swords in your back and 3 in your heart, but you pulled each of them out and you recovered, and you had a powerful energy shift. And whoever this person is, they're at a distance. I don't know what communication is here with count your blessings. I think I'm getting the feeling that you just found a way to express yourself, and it might not have been with whoever this person's mask slipped. It might have been with other people, or you might have just learned to. I'm getting it's more like creative expression. I'm getting from that communication card. Okay. Well, this is a really heavy energy. Okay, I'm not going to take those cards. I'm going to take let's go with the True Emotional Oracle deck. Box on floor. I'm so neat and tidy. I've got a really heavy energy. I mean, the long and short of it is, if you're going through this right now, you will get your spark back. That's what this is telling me. Oh, I didn't pull out the oracle cards, but yeah, I'm getting a real. That mimicry card is just giving me someone just mirroring you, saying all the things you want to hear. Oh yeah, that you want 3 kids, I want 3 kids too. Oh yeah, I want this, I want that. And then, you know, 3 months later, a year later down the line, they're like, I don't want that. Nah, I'm not sure. Can't we keep it casual? Meanwhile, your heart just drops through your chest like, what? We're not on the same page? Happily single, doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, career focused. Okay. So I'm not sure if that is where you were when you met this person or where you are now. I get the feeling it's maybe both, or where you're back on the route to being. But some, you know, love at first sight can stop you in your tracks. Jackass. This person's a jackass. Oh. Yeah. The minute their mask slipped, you're like, oh. I'm getting a real, like, just absolute heart falling into chest, family in reverse. This person didn't want a family. I'm getting the feeling that they didn't want commitment. They gave the impression and told you everything you wanted to hear, I think. That's the energy I'm getting. Phony, trickster, illusions, fairy tale. Yeah, this person spun you a fairy tale. Yeah, it's just the same theme over and over again. That's why I was so kind of like perturbed when the first row of cards came out, because I was like, this is not a good energy. This is not, I'm not getting the love cards out, put it that way. You might have been in limerence with this person, or they spun you a fairy tale and you believed it because you just fell in love, and you know, I've got love spell coming out. Yeah. Do you know, I'm going to take that one. I'm going to leave the other 3 though. We've got ashamed, divine femme, and for divine feminine also coming out, but I'm going to take love spell. Yeah, that this person got you in good, and you fell hard. Oh, I don't want to pull the tarot cards. They're just going to be really depressing. Right, let's go with the Crow Tarot to begin with. I make my little tower of boxes over here. See if we can create our own tower. Right, tell me about happily single. If you're in the middle of this, you will get your spark back. You will heal your heart. You will recover. Got the Empress wants to come out, but at the top of that clump that fell out. Page of Wands. Okay, quite young energy, possibly quite immature energy. You could either have been quite young when you met this person, or you had quite a young energy, you felt giddy. Wands is about, can be about fire, creative spark. It is coming out on top of happily single, but I mean, there's a sun burning in the sky as well. It's quite a young, fresh energy. Strength, Leo. Oh, when you saw this person. So I'm usually, yesterday when I did my reading, I was like super giddy and happy, and today I'm just like, this is really heavy energy. I've got Leo strength energy coming out here on top of this jackass and this dark night of the soul. It took a lot of strength to either walk away from this person or see this person for who they are. Had the mask slipped? I'm curious to know how the mask slipped. High Priestess. Your intuition. Something about your intuition. This displacement could just be you feeling out of sorts. Like your intuition kicking off and you're like, there's something not right about this person. And the best of it is you were happily single before you met them, and then, you know, you were... Yeah, it's like you were put under a love spell. This person's a phony, a trickster, and an illusionist. Right, tell me about this phony trickster. This fairy tale, that one. The Chariot. Fastest moving card in the whole deck. I'll take your 8 of Cups and I'll raise you to the Chariot. The minute you saw this person for who they were, you counted your blessings and you went. Hermit. And then, so Virgo energy here, Chariot is Cancer energy, and I've already said Strength is Leo energy. Hermit energy here on top of Love Spell. Gosh, really heavy energy. You really went within and did some soul searching. You put distance between this person. I was really, I mean, you went through a powerful transformation. Like, we've got a powerful energy shift here. There's a lot of red in this card as well. A lot of root chakra here. You really stabilized yourself. I get the feeling this person really destabilized you. With 4 major arcana come out in a row. I really want to cry right now. That's how bad the energy is. It's just like, oh, it's awful. Really heavy in the heart. Okay, I'm going to end up with cards all over the floor if I do this and stack the cards in there and then I knock it over. I'll be entertainment for you. Right, tell me about this young Page of Wands energy then. I mean, you're a High Priestess, so I don't think the Page of Wands is you, but you might have the Fool. Strange, with this happily single, I'm getting it as the beginning and the end. So at the beginning of when you met this person, you were happily single. And then when you met this person, it felt like a miracle. It felt like it was love at first sight. It was like, wow. And you thought you were starting a new beginning with this person. But it also feels like at the end of that cycle as well, you're back to happily single and you're ready for a new beginning. You might not be through all the heartbreak yet because we've got some super hermiting going on here, but tell me about the Fool and the Strength card, please. Too many. Got the Coven wanting to come out though, which is about sisterhood. Seven of Wands, defending yourself. Yeah, on top of Strength. It took a lot of... I just get the feeling this person switched up like that. I think this person told you they want to have a family, do everything, and then they just turn around and went, actually I don't. Yeah, but and then you suddenly realise you're not on the same page and somebody's just been using you. It's a horrible feeling. Okay, I've got the Magician in the reverse. Yeah. Okay. A lot of this might have been your intuition, but displacement gives me the feeling that you were feeling that you felt out of sorts with this person. You realised at some point this person didn't want to have a family, but you also realised you couldn't manifest with this person. You couldn't grow anything. You couldn't create, grow, expand. Just nothing grew. It was like you were stuck. It was like you were stuck in a situationship with somebody who was telling you everything you wanted to hear for a period of time, and then, you know, they were just like, actually, once they know that they knew they had you hooked, Wow. They just went, nah, actually I don't. Got the High Priestess again coming out. It's the High Priestess twice. Wow. You're very, whoever this is for in the collective, very intuitive, very good at listening to your intuition. This person was very, very good. And you may have overridden some of your intuition to begin with, but I think once the mask started to slip, you know, if you, yeah, I don't think I need to tell you. Well, okay, yeah, sorry, I'm waffling into myself now. Judgment, we've got Hermit on top of Judgment, Judgment on top of the Hermit. Absolutely. This person, I'm not. If you don't believe in love spells, that's fine. This person played games with you and got you hooked in. However they did that, whether it was hot and cold or told you everything you wanted to hear and you just completely fell hook, line and sinker, and then they just went, actually no. And you absolutely can see this clearly, and you've rained judgment down in this situation as well. Okay, we've done. What's really interesting is with the Hermit card here, which again is Virgo energy, but in this Judgment card, there's a pool here, and she's looking at a reflection in the mirror, which just gives me more. There's a lot of inner reflection in this card as well, very similar to the Hermit, about going within and about seeing yourself more clearly, and basically just seeing what happened with this person and learning from it, and counting your blessings that you did get away, if you've got away, and learning from that so that it doesn't happen again. The Star on top of the Fool. So you're having a new beginning and you're healing. I'm not going to hold this one up. She's a wee bit, I mean, she's a pencil drawing, but you know, she's still a bit moody. Aquarius energy coming out there. Yeah, there's just this feels like just the full circle of the Fool, and you know, the cycle of whatever happened. You know, at your new beginning, you're healing. I get the feeling that you got in your chariot and you went and you did not look back. The minute you realise this person was wasting your time, 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands on top of the 7 of Wands. Okay, defending yourself. You are the wounded warrior and you're going to keep fighting. She looks really raggedy in this card. She looks very, very weary. I don't know if you see it. Her outfit's all straggly and she's got a wand in her hand and she's surrounded by the other 8 and she's like, I'm still fighting. I've got Elton John, I'm still standing coming out. I'm still standing. Which tells me that your heart will recover and you will heal. Okay, so tell me about this Magician in the reverse. King of Wands. Yeah, okay. Okay. King of Wands is definitely your energy because it's in the middle of the reading. But we also had the High Priestess here. King of Wands, you could be a fire sign. I mean, there's a lion in this one, and we've had Strength come out, so strong Leo energy in this reading. You could also be an Aries or a Sagittarius. Yeah, sorry, I just had to check my brain there. Sagittarius. You don't have to be a fire sign. It's just the energy of the card. So King of Wands is quite fiery, quite spicy. Very strong in your root chakra, red kind of root chakra energy. Bit of a mover and a shaker. And oops, and definite leader. Ace of Cups. Okay. There's the Chariot, yeah, okay. So the Chariot, with the phony tricks or illusion, the Chariot, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups here is about self-love, filling up your cup. I think this person might have drained your cup. You couldn't manifest. If you can't manifest with someone, your relationship can't grow, it can't move forward. Then, oops, sorry, A, I've got something in my eye, and B, I've just dropped my cards on the floor. I apologise. Feel free to fast forward. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to take the Ace of Swords, which flipped over. So I've got Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. Oops, there's another card here. What's that? Eight of Cups walking away, you know, as she's paddling away as fast as she can go. I'm out of here. You're wasting my time. I'm really getting somebody saying you're wasting my time. And this person could have wasted a year of your life, 6 months of your life. But it's not just that, it's the time they occupy up where, you know, when your heart's recovering as well. This is the Dark Whimsical Tarot deck. Nobody looks happy in these cards. That's the vibe I'm getting from this reading. So Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, you've got a lot of truth and clarity, you're practicing self-love, and you're just, both of these, the King of Wands, Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords are all looking this way, which is forward into the future. None of them are looking back. Okay, so tell me about this star healing. Tell me about this healing. Oh, see, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Karma. Okay, this was a karmic lesson. Or you were in lesson, but it's a lesson that needed to be learned to grow from it and heal and feed your heal your inner child. And you probably did go through a bit of an ego death when you realised that this person didn't feel the same, but you know, it was so you could find your spark again. You maybe felt that there was something missing before you met this person, and then you thought they were going to fill that void, and in reality you had to heal your inner child to fill that gap. This person wasn't going to fill it. So, you know, regardless of the fact if this was a karmic lesson or not, or you're in lesson, you know, it will bring you good fortune in the future, because you won't attract that type of person again if you learn your lesson. Listen to me being so condescending, but you know what I mean. If you take it as a lesson and you know you grow from it, and since you're here, unless you're a cross watcher, then that is likely why. The Sun energy, Leo energy again, strong Leo energy coming out in this reading. A lot of fire. So yeah, this person was exposed. And, you know, it's kind of just repeating what's come out already with this Marie Masquerade and this Jackass. Took a lot of strength for you to... It might have taken a lot of strength to expose this person as well. They might have just kept giving you the runaround or non-committal answers, or... Four of Pentacles. Holding on. You might have held on for a while in hope. Or this person tried to hold on to you. Well, obviously, if they were giving you non-committal answers, they were trying to hold on to you. Two Wands, but you had a decision to make and you chose yourself. You chose your Ace of Cups. And you got in your chariot and you went. Can't make it up. 8 of Cups. You walked away. I mean, we've already got the chariot there. Okay, the cards. Sometimes I pull too many cards and they just kind of start repeating themselves. Okay, I'm just gonna get. Let's try the Dark Confessions Oracle card. I want to know what this person's got to say for themselves. I like being nosy sometimes. Right, you ready? Let's do this. Tell me about this Jackass, please. This masked person who, in all intents and purposes, well, let's just go with it anyway, who helped our collective have a dark night of the soul and an awakening. I have things going on in my life that require my full attention, aka not you. Yeah, okay. This person is constantly too busy. Too busy to give you attention. I'm embarrassed by my actions and feel disgusted with myself. So they should. I feel unbalanced and uneasy. I don't know what to do to fix it. I don't think there is anything to fix this. I'm not sure I can meet your expectations. The pressure is too much for me. This person's avoidant as anything. I've lost all control of my life. I keep messing up. Yeah. One more. Last one. The situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally. It is draining me. I get that feeling that was both of you. But I get the feeling you walked away, you got in your car, your chariot, and you 80 cups to out of there. And you went, no, I see this, I see exactly what's happening here with my Ace of Swords. I'm taking my cup of self-love and I'm going. I've made the decision, or you made the decision. I mean, this person wanted to hold on to you. I think they were kind of, you know, they might have come in and made you promises and went, oh yeah, I'll change, I'll do this and do that. And then you're like, and eventually they're like, nope. And you're out of there. Right. Well, that was an interesting reading. It wasn't the happy reading I thought I was going to get when that card came out, but it did feel a bit jarring. So, okay, thank you for listening. If you are a returning subscriber, and you made it this far in the video with my waffle, welcome back. It's so nice to, so nice that you're here. If you're new and you've made it this far, well, congratulations. You're welcome, and you know, please, if you feel like it, hit me up with a like or a subscribe or a hype, or a comment. They're greatly appreciated. And I hope you, I've got Raynaud's in one of my fingers. It's just about to go actually because it's so chilly here and so horrible and rainy outside. I hope you're having nicer weather than we're having here in Scotland, and I'll speak to you again soon. Okay, bye bye.